financial planner, and he's got a partner, and he thought maybe he could have just one site. And then I sent him, then I sent him back, and I said, I don't think that's such a great idea, because what if you have a big meeting and he has a big meeting? You have your clients and your presentations, and he has his. So it might be better off to have two different ones. I said, it's up to you, but I told him that. So he just wanted us to know about that.
Yeah, it's not a technical question as much as a smart business question. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you and I, from just common sense, is one group doesn't want to feel like they're, they don't have undivided attention and focus, right? So it just seems like a bad business strategy.
True.
To say, okay, thank you, everybody. Now we're going to flip over to this other program.
Yeah, right.
You guys get some coffee. Come back if you have any questions. Yeah. So.
And then I said, and just on the bright side, if you let's say you sign up your partner and two other people at the office, then you don't have to pay for it. Oh, okay. So we'll see what happens with that.
See, right. You sound like an old pro at this now.
That's right. I did hear back from somebody who said he was all in. He was at the gym, and he said he was going to look at it when he got back, but I don't know if he signed up yet or not. So
okay, we'll check. So Dave, are you feeling better now? A week out of the hospital and back in the grind?
They're back in.
Okay, just want to make sure. I do listen. I do pay attention.
But I do, like, later on today, I have a marketing question for you.
Oh, sure. Before you do that, I just want to say hello to George Santoro. George, I don't think I know you. I don't know if you're a member or this is your first time, but I do want to say hello. If I've done a demo for you and I forgot that your name, I apologize in advance. I just got to let you know my schedule in my life. But hello. Hey, Chris, welcome from across the pond. Hey, Cheryl, good to see you. And of course, Terry.
Hi.
Okay. So before Dave starts his marketing question, does anyone have anything in particular they want me to go over? If you've on any kind of training, any specific? Hey, Chris.
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Good. So like I say, this is more than a standard training where we train a particular component every day. We kind of train really based on what you need or want. And so happy to dig down. So feel free to make any suggestions. Otherwise, Dave, we'll start with you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Start with you. No. I don't even like Dave that much. So I'd rather start with you. Don't worry.
Hey, so Steve, I was just wondering, I got my associate George on the line too, and we're having a problem logging into some of the videos on our app that don't seem to play, the training videos. Is there anything we need to do?
If you just do screen share, right, they'll play perfectly like they do on Zoom or Google Meets. They don't play well in share a website videos. So it's not you, it's the format. So part of that training, and we don't do a good job of it. The weird part about that interactivity, and I don't think it's a good experience, if you make it interactive, they'll play. They don't play in standard mode, but I would just stay away from that and just use standard screen share when it comes to playing audio, because also when you do standard screen share, there's also an audio tab button that you notice. It'll say that they'll all play, and so it's just a better overall experience. Certain sites that use Google to log in on, also like YouTube videos, you'll have trouble, logging into those on interactive because of their security. It's one of the things that, give $1 billion company a little credit. They're good at not letting us break through their system. So that's where, and it's funny, it's so fresh in the moment because I literally an hour ago just had that training with someone about playing our videos in screen share and then making interactive the other side to take the call to actions. So that's why my answer is quick to the tongue because I just gave it to somebody else, right?
Okay, thanks. I appreciate that.
Okay. All right. Dave, who I like to kid, ask me your marketing question, my friend.
Okay, so I'm thinking about kicking this here onto social medias. I just wanted to make sure that this would be acceptable. But it's basically like making an alternative to the normal screen shares?
No, that all of that is legally compliant and accurate from that perspective.
Okay.
So no challenge with that at all. And again, that's where I think if it may help you, that one that I usually share. Hold on a second. Let me share this one. I think I have it up here somewhere. Second here to see if I can find it. Try it this way first. Now that I click
Carrie,
on
you
it.
act like you're cold over there. Can I have some of that air? It's like hot here.
What I was going to say to you is, you've seen this presentation, right? If you don't have it, I'd send this to you. There's just a lot of good language here. It's a lot of the key bullet points. So from the first slide is the overall one with some good bullet points. Because again, to me, less information is the better. So I thought we were pretty concise, on these.
Yes. Can you send
Feel
that
free.
to me?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Is if you hadn't seen it or you didn't have access to it, let me do that for you right
Yeah,
now.
I've seen it. I just haven't been able to get it. And which slide would be the best one to do on social media?
Let me see. I mean, this without the picture on the image, right, is the least amount of text with the most amount of information that would, I think, raise most questions, right? And that's what I like about this presentation. Actually, we had a meeting this morning how we're going to be changing the website, right, to have this kind of quick hit information. I'm going to put it in the chat for you.
Okay.
But because I do think these 6 slides really differentiate us in as opposed to it just being Zoom with a buy button, right? It talks about the word touchpoint platform, but yet it doesn't get away from the core functionalities here, right? So that's where, and again, for social media, I would probably redesign it as a social media post as well, even less words, more, and create an image with it in that perspective. Let me go back to this for a sec.
Yeah, I was searching images on Unsplash because I have a paid account, and I was doing alternative, and I got some cool images that I was gonna kind of use.
Yeah. So the way that I look at it, like what I tell people in my mind, is the only thing people are going to read, especially in a social media world, right, are these bullet points. So they're going to read, don't share a screen, create an experience. They're going to read why this may pertain to you. They're going to read live and interactive. They're going to read recorded and interactive, and they're going to read real-time voice translations and smart links or AI avatars, right? Everything else in social media, good luck, in trying to get them, to read more than that. So that's where I would think differently. If I was creating a social media campaign, I wouldn't try to inform them of everything we do, right? I would probably be more selective.
Okay.
And once they click on the learn more button, I do think social media does a great job of grabbing you briefly, clicking on learn more, and now you're in scroll world. Now you get to have all your detailed information. Because I actually click on a lot of those things in my feed on purpose to understand how they're marketing, because I can assume that, they've paid some high dollar people to go do that. And it's that gradual build. Get me in with a bullet point, then get me in with a scroll, and get me in to commit to a calendar meeting. It's pretty much the formula. And very little, like sometimes I read that and I still don't know what they do. but the headline was so interesting, right, that I am 50-50. Like I think I will book a calendar because it just sounds so intriguing, as opposed to I read something and it explained everything and I'm expecting that to actually almost close me before you get on the meeting. I think that's the mistake that people make, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say raise the bar on curiosity, as high as you can. Yep.
I have a quick question. I have all these slides from LifeWave, and I tried to put the slides on, and I didn't know how to do it. Is there a way? Are we still working on inserting the slides? There's like 24 slides.
So two things. If you just open up your slide presentation and you share the middle, you can play it the way it is now, right?
Okay.
Without our player, right? So let me just show you what I mean by that, right? Oh, I have to start another meeting. And then I'm going to show you the other way, right? So let's say, for instance, I've got a PowerPoint presentation.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to,
That's what,
and the
yeah,
part where
right.
it gets a little tricky, if it's a PowerPoint, right?
Mhm.
And I share
It
my
is.
screen.
Mhm.
Yep. So the only thing you have to do, right, is you have to open it first, right?
Okay.
And then as soon as you open it first and you hit screen share and hit the middle button, the application window, it'll appear here. And all you do is click on it and it'll play beautifully, right? If
Okay.
you wanted to use our Google Slide Player, right, this is where I would say really quickly, there's some really free independent softwares that could convert a PowerPoint into a Google Slide presentation, as opposed to you trying to do it yourself. And then you have to check every slide because sometimes it translates it, but it leaves something out because the format didn't fit, right? And then you would click on My Presentations, and then you literally upload it here. And you, once you have it in Google Slides, it comes with an ID number. And once again, you can Google it. It tells you how to find the ID number because I could never find it. And then you cut and paste it and you hit upload.
Right, because it's PDF right now, and I'm trying to, so I have to translate it from PDF into Google Slides. Is right.
Correct.
Okay.
If you want to use our player, 100%. And the reason that you want to use our player, it's a better experience. I mean, when you're playing a PDF, it looks beautiful as far as the guest is concerned. So it's not like they're getting some standard experience. But what's really nice is when I click on slides here and I pick a slide, now I've got a slide player, a deck. So I get to see the next slide that's coming up to remind me. It's as soon as I hit start sharing, this is just a really nice player, you know, for me to do it. Looks great. I can go back and forth. I can toggle really easily. Versus like PDFs, you're in scroll world sometimes, right? You know, or you go too fast. And the other thing that's nice is I'm making this presentation, and you can even make this presentation, just so you know, is interactive. Like if you had a hyperlink in there or something, not that you would want to, but you can. Just know that if you never decided to use a website, you wanted them to all have a page, this is actually interactive. But also when I'm done with the presentation and now I want to have a call to action, right? I want them to go to my interactive website. All I do is I close that out and I'm right back in interactive world to bring up my websites. So it's really a smooth presentation for me to interactively go from, like you say, a Google slide presentation or PowerPoint into an interactive website experience as well.
Right. I did two meetings today, and the first one is my very first one that I just did on pitch. I didn't last week. I checked it out and did them on Zoom, and this week I don't know. I'm going to do them on pitch. So I noticed that it had, you know, maybe mine is different. Maybe because I have the beginner's one at $49. I don't have the pro one. But anyway, so I clicked over to it, and then I went to my favorite slides and I showed, and I found hers and I presented to her. I think the problem with her is that she's a travel agent. And I think the technology kind of like got to her. And I said, she's thinking about it. I said, well, and she's like, fears the technology. And I went, okay, so not everybody can do the technology. And I understand that, you know what I mean? So.
And that's where it would help if you want to put me on the phone with her and I would give her that backside demo, right? To kind of show her how easy it is, to give her that level of comfort. Because it really is pretty easy to navigate, you know, I think in that perspective.
Okay.
So let me go back here for a second. So like the thing that's very nice about this, right? Second here. Right. And this is where I think it truly is, right, as easy Is that, sorry, go back. So let's say I'm in this share website, right? I have Juice Plus up. Remember, anytime they type in or cut and paste it, it becomes a favorite when you make a favorite here. So
Mhm.
all of these favorite websites I have is almost like having a browser open, and I can
Okay.
go from tab to tab. I don't have to hit stop to go to the
Mhm.
next one. So let's
Right.
say I'm making my Juice Plus presentation, right? And I could go from standard interactive, like to me, like the great presentation is, I always want to know everyone, I'm going to bring up 5 products. And if you love those products, every time I bring one up, I'm going to give you a moment, right? I'm going to explain it. I'm going to go into some details. But if you'd like right now, so you don't forget later, put it in your cart before I bring up the next one. Okay, because I've just made it interactive. Okay, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you my second product, right? So now I'm making this presentation. And then for those of you that aren't ready to make a decision yet, I want to bring up my calendar. So do I have to stop sharing this? Do I have to? No, I have to just hit calendar. So you see it says Juice Plus right here. It
Mhm.
says my calendar here. And now I'm going to bring it up in interactive mode, my calendar.
Right.
So I really have in my favorites that I could set up as a permanent scenario. Like most people, aren't going to have 100 different websites, but even if I do, I could do this on the fly.
Right.
And I could literally go from tab to tab, no matter what it is.
Right. With her, for some odd reason, because she was my first one I did on that, I forgot to switch to interactive. I just did standard, going through everything and explaining everything and bringing up everything like that. And I think it was just a little bit too much for her. You know what I mean? So, but then my second meeting, when I did interactive, he was like, wow, this is so cool. The financial planner that wanted to know if he could have one site for him and his partner. And I said, you can. I said, but if you're both doing webinars at the same time, it's probably not a good idea, and you'd probably be better off having your own. So,
Yeah. The only other way to do it is if, let's say, you scheduled a meeting and you had it booked for an hour, but you
Mhm.
considered it 2 30-minute meetings. So you,
Mhm.
at the end of, without stopping the meeting, you literally can make your presentation, give yourself a buffer. Like, because let's say the meeting is 20 minutes, right? And the next
Mhm.
one, you told the guests to come in at 2:30, right? So you could both be logged into at the same time and do it that way if for some reason somebody doesn't really want to have 2 licenses. But it's
Right.
just a lot of explanation
Right.
for that, right?
True.
And a lot of trial and error.
Right.
Exactly. Yep.
Which we're going through right now. So now you answered my question about this, about the slides, about the PowerPoint. So good. I
Okay.
need to convert them.
Good.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So Terry, I haven't seen you for 4 days and you don't have a question for me. I'm very disappointed. Oh, she can't hear me. Sorry. Hey, Terry. I
She's
said
muted.
I haven't seen you for 4 or 5 days and you don't have a question for me. I feel unimportant in your life right now, just so you know.
My husband keeps walking back and forth. He just left the house, so he'll leave me alone now.
So now you're gonna have
What? Oh, now I get. Well, I sent an email, with the print screen because when I click on the arrow from my camera, it's not in English. And I was playing with the buttons and it's like, oh, one of them, okay, is make the background kind of blurry. So everybody doesn't see my over a busy
did.
living room.
It is blurry.
Well, I didn't know that's what it meant before. I don't know if this
No.
is Spanish,
'Cause if
French.
well, just so you know, if it's not blurry, I'm going to the eye doctor because it definitely looks blurry to me. Okay.
Well, I can't keep the settings to stay still.
Yeah, no, it's not you. As I think I shared with you, that's a fix that we have to do.
Yeah. But I like to
Exactly.
have it come on that. The flag is okay. Everything else.
All right. Okay. Well, I just
Oh.
want you to know I traveled to South America and I didn't want to land here and not have a question from you. I feel like a little disoriented. So
So is that where you were on Thursday?
yeah, I was on a plane and
Ticketmaster?
and you know what's strange is I actually had arranged for someone else to do the meeting and they logged in and for some reason they didn't know what they were doing. I gave them my username, my passcode to log in, and then I'm on the plane with Wi-Fi and I'm getting a text. Could you tell me what I'm doing wrong? And it's like, no, I have no idea, what you're doing.
Yeah, because
So-
I was here, it just never opened up.
Yeah. So don't
I
know
was for about
how-
6 minutes.
But I apologize. I didn't abandon you guys. I just, asked somebody who didn't know what they were doing on the login side. So that's okay.
Well, you told us ahead of time. You just said it was going to be somebody else. You didn't say it wasn't going to be working.
Exactly. Have to be more accurate in the future. That's for sure. Right.
Oh, I
Okay,
forgot,
anyone-
I have one more question. I'm sorry.
No,
The
that's-
financial planner wanted to know if he's got a meeting with a bunch of people, how can he, what was his question? Not let this person know that that person is on. Just,
Sure. Let me show you. Yeah. No. This is where you can hide the participants. Right.
okay, okay.
So let me show you that. Let me go back in here.
Hide the participants.
Okay. So let's see. I'm right here. So you go to settings.
Mhm.
Okay. And see at the bottom where it says show participants.
Okay, you can, okay.
And you see it says show. And all I do is I hit hidden.
Hi.
Okay. So that will be that if they click on people, they won't see who they are. Right.
Okay,
If you don't want them to be on camera at all,
right.
right? More like a webinar, right? Where they don't see participants, they only see
Mhm.
the people that you designate they want to see.
Right.
Like, let's say if it's you and your husband making a presentation or him and a business partner, you
Mhm,
click on webinar and then you just hit start webinar mode.
mhm.
And you'd be able to select, you see, it says no participants available because in this extra meeting, I don't have any guests in there. Otherwise, I could check the names of the person that I would want to appear with me. And then I literally hit activate webinar mode. And then now the meeting would be only me and the entire presentation. And then at the end, if I chose to, I would hit settings, turn it off, and then I could take questions and answers. So you have two functionalities. You have hide the participants and the webinar mode.
That's great.
And also what I always like to do when I have a meeting is when they come into the meeting, I put mic off. So they have to unmute themselves, because sometimes somebody gets in and they're in a, you hear the horns honking, you hear the ambulance is going, right? And so it's nice to not have to worry about that. So I'll frequently do mic off and I'll do hidden and I can unchange it at any time I want. And that's up here under room settings, in settings. Okay. And that'll last for that meeting. So, it always refer back to
Okay,
the original.
right.
Mine don't work that smooth.
Practice, my friend. That's all it is, right?
Well, the first option that you had, the selections, it
Uh-huh.
has like a drop-down box that's like stuck there.
Could be the browser that you're on. Let me see if mine's still here.
I use Google Chrome.
Yeah, so am I. So I don't know why that would be. Hold on a second here. If I go back to this one. This browser I'm showing, this one is actually, this one is Opera. So I can't see it, but let me hit settings. And then, so which one is being blocked by you? What do you not see?
The screen share presentation, that's in a like a drop-down box. Yeah, that right there is in a drop-down box on the other side. It doesn't give me the options.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check it on my Google Chrome. Is it, you can see obviously on Opera it came out, right? So let me check that for you. Okay.
Okay, I was actually opening it up just so I can show you on mine, and
Sure.
it's actually working just right now.
Okay.
It-
Because
it-
I do remember about a month ago, somebody had mentioned that it was like that way. And I don't remember what time and who suggested it, but I knew he fixed it. So I'm glad that you gave me one thing less to do today. So, that's okay with that. All right. Okay, guys, if you don't have anything else, I'm going to breathe in South American air and say hello to a few people I haven't seen. So, and remember, tomorrow's our double header, and so I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Chris, any
We
questions
should
for
have
you?
some people tomorrow night.
Okay. Great. Yeah, tomorrow night
Thanks, Steve.
we're gonna have some fun. All right, guys. Have a great day, and I'll
Okay.
see you guys tomorrow. Okay?
Enjoy.
Thanks.
Thank